She was chosen to marry the crown prince, the most feared and powerful man in the kingdom. But what she didn't know was a secret buried in royal eyes. When she saw him bathing and discovered the shocking truth, she ran out in fear. But worse than the secret was what happened next. She was already pregnant. Watch this jaw-dropping story of royal betrayal, confusion, and tragedy unfold. Before we dive into the full story, please like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss our next story. In the heart of the ancient kingdom of Umudu, where the palace walls touched the skies and secrets were buried beneath gold, the people rejoiced. The crown prince, Odigon, was finally taking a wife. The king had searched far and wide for the perfect bride for his son, and among thousands of maidens, it was Amora, a humble village girl, that was chosen. Nobody knew why the king picked her, not even Amora. But the kingdom celebrated for days. Amora was bathed in milk, dressed in royal silks, and adorned with gold jewelry that her ancestors had never dreamed of. When she met the prince, his face was calm, silent, and distant. He rarely spoke to her, never smiled, and never touched her. But she was told that royals had their ways, and she must obey. Every night, he would lie beside her, cover her gently with a thick cloth, and turn his back. Amora accepted her fate quietly, even though she didn't understand what kind of marriage this was. Weeks passed, then months. Then, one morning, her body felt strange. She was throwing up, dizzy, and craving strange things. The palace healers examined her and confirmed it. She was pregnant. But how? Amara couldn't understand it. Her husband had never touched her in the way a man should. She didn't even know what a man and woman truly did in bed. All she knew was that she was now carrying a child. Her confusion grew into fear. Was she cursed? Was it a miracle or a sin? One morning, as the sun gently touched the royal walls, Amora went to her husband's chambers to speak to him. She had tried asking him before, but he always dismissed her with a wave. This time, she entered unannounced. The door to the royal bath was slightly open. Steam danced in the air. And there, through the mist, she saw her husband, but it was not a man standing in the water. It was a woman. A full-breasted, slender-bodied woman bathing like a goddess. Amara froze. Her eyes widened. Her heart thundered. She clutched her chest and stumbled back, then ran from the room screaming. Her husband, the crown prince, was a woman. Her mind spun with confusion. Who got her pregnant then? Was she mad? Was she dreaming? Amora ran into the palace courtyard where the king's council was gathered. In tears, she shouted, "The crown prince is not a man. He's a woman. I saw her with my eyes." The whole court went silent. Then chaos. The elders roared in anger. The king's face twisted with rage. "You dare lie to cover your shame," he shouted. "You are with child and now you speak madness. You have brought abomination into this palace." The guards grabbed her. "Lock her in the dungeon. She's a liar and a harlot." No one listened to her. No one believed her. She was dragged away, crying, holding her swollen belly, not knowing that the child inside her would one day bring down the walls of lies. Beneath the palace, hidden from the world, lay secrets darker than any woman could imagine. Long ago, the royal family was cursed. The first female born would never be allowed to rule. So when the king's only child was born a girl, she was raised as a boy. That girl was Prince Odigon. But the greatest secret was how Amara became pregnant. On the wedding night, while she rested in her room, the king summoned the palace sorceress, Aya, a woman of forbidden magic. He gave her a command: make the bride conceive. Aya performed the ancient ritual of Obanezimiri, the womb of spirits. She took blood from Odigon, mixed it with herbs, royal seed preserved in magic, and poured it into a glowing potion. That night, while Amora slept, Aya made her drink the potion, opening her womb to the spirit seed. Amora never knew what was done to her. But weeks later, she was pregnant, not by man or touch, but by royal magic. Locked in a dungeon, Amara cried every day. Her belly grew heavy, and hope faded. Then one night, a palace maid whispered through the bars, "Run. Tonight." The maid unlocked her cell and led her to a hidden gate. With the help of a sympathetic guard, Amora escaped into the dark forest. She wandered for days until she found shelter in a quiet hill village, where no one knew her past. There, she gave birth during a storm, screaming alone in a hut, thunder cracking above. The baby was a boy, quiet, strong, and calm. On his back, a birthmark shaped like a lion's eye glowed. It was the royal mark, proof that he was truly born of the crown bloodline. Amora named him Zimaif, "My life has meaning." The villagers said the boy was different. He walked early, spoke in full sentences by age 2, and sometimes spoke words in a language no one had taught him. Amora protected him fiercely. She knew one day, the truth would call them back to the palace. Meanwhile, the kingdom of Umudu suffered. Crops failed. The rivers dried. And the royal seer confessed, the kingdom rejected its heir. That child must return or the throne will fall. But they did not know where he was. They searched, but found nothing. Until the boy himself came knocking. On Zimaif's 7th birthday, he looked at his mother and said, "We must go home." Dressed in simple robes, they journeyed to Umudu. When they reached the gates, the guards laughed. "A beggar and a bastard," they mocked. But when Zimaif lifted his shirt and revealed the lion's eye birthmark, the oldest guard stepped back. "That mark, it's real." Amora and her son were brought before the Norwegian king. "You," the king gasped. "You were dead." Amora stood tall. "No, your majesty. You tried to kill the truth, but truth never dies." The palace council demanded proof. Zimaif was taken to the oracle's chamber, a sacred room where no impostor survives. Inside, he stayed for hours. When the door opened, the oracle bowed before him. "This child is born of womb and wonder," she said. "He is the true heir." The people rejoiced. The villagers bowed. And the king, broken and near death, called Zimaif to his side. "Rule with truth, not lies like me," he said, and passed away. Zimaif was crowned king, a child born of a woman prince, created through ancient magic, rejected by the throne, but returned with strength. Odigon, now known as Adana, came in secret to see her son. She wept. "They took my truth, but he is my redemption." Amora stood beside her son as the kingdom cheered. She had once been shamed, locked away, and called cursed. But now, she was queen mother of Umudu, and her child, born without touch, ruled with wisdom, fire, and justice.